all these will be neatly arranged in racks, and then they will be self-service. The customer himself can go and pick whatever he wants from the stores. So in the supermarket, we find that most of the goods, they don't have any credit facilities, so they give only on a cash basis. CGST or the SGST, both are comprised of the GST. So CGST means the Central Goods and Services Tax. SGST is the State Goods and Services Tax. Hello everyone, I am Purnima, faculty in the Department of Commerce, Vidhyaashram Pre-University College, Temple of Excellence, Mysuru. In this session, we will be having a discussion on the next type of fixed shop retailers, that is the supermarkets. So, what are supermarkets and what are the features? What are the advantages, disadvantages? Let's have a discussion on this. Now, a supermarket is a large retailing business unit selling wide variety of consumer goods on the basis of low price appeal, wide variety and assortment, self-service, heavy emphasis on merchandising appeal. Now, we should understand that a supermarket is a large retailing business unit, a very large business retailing unit. We call it as a supermarket, and they will be having a wide variety of goods. So usually these goods are FMCG, that is fast moving consumer goods, which are used by the customers on the day-to-day life, and these are usually on the basis of low price appeal, because in these supermarkets only the goods will be offered at a lower price, whereas in the regular shops the prices will be high. So they will be having low prices, and in addition to that there will be a wide variety and assortment of goods, self-service and heavy emphasis on merchandising appeal. So they will just have all the goods in an array, and there will be one product will be the highlight of that day. So in this way there will be high merchandising appeal in this kind of a supermarkets. Now next, the goods traded are generally food products and other low priced branded and widely used consumer products such as grocery, utensils, clothes, electronic appliances, household goods and medicines. Now in the what are the goods which will be traded in the supermarket? So they are generally low priced goods. So that is goods which are low price, that is the goods which are used in our day-to-day lives. So branded goods, so it may be related to grocery, then utensils, clothes, electric appliances, then also household goods and medicines. Next, in the supermarkets are generally situated at main shopping centers. Goods are kept on racks with clearly labeled price and quality tags in such stores. So we can find that all these will be neatly arranged in racks, and then they will be self-service. The customer himself can go and pick whatever he wants from the stores. Then next, let us have a look into the features of the supermarket. What are the features? So it generally carries a complete line of food items and groceries in addition to non-food convenience goods. So usually in the supermarket we find that they have a complete line of food items and groceries. So it may be relating to the day-to-day use of the people, and in addition there will be some other items also, like plastic items. It may be tiffin boxes or dustbins, or you have this mops, have all those things, carpets, etc., which are used for the household goods will be arranged in these supermarkets. Then next, the buyers can purchase different products as per their requirement under one roof in such markets. So in a supermarket you find almost all the types of goods which are needed for the household. So it may be anything ranging from consumer durables to groceries to clothes, and also in addition to that you will also find travel luggage, etc. So everything under one roof we can find it in a supermarket. Then it operates on the principle of self-service. So the distribution cost is therefore low. So in this supermarkets it will be usually self-service. Though there will be no salesman as such, and the customers, they will be moving in along with the trolley in between the racks which are neatly arranged, and whatever they see, they feel like buying, they'll just pick it up and they will just make the purchase. Then the prices of the products are generally lower than other types of retail stores because of bulk purchasing, low operation cost and lower profit margins. Now in this kind of supermarkets, we find that the prices of the goods are slightly lower. So if the goods are offered at the fixed MRP in other regular retail shops, here the shops will be around 2 to 3 rupees less in this supermarket. So why they are charging low prices? Because of bulk purchasing. So they purchase in bulk and they will be having low profit margins and low operational cost. Because of that, they'll be offering goods at lower prices. Then next, the goods are sold on cash basis only. So in the supermarket, we find that most of they don't have any credit facilities. So they give only on a cash basis. So they are generally located at central locations to secure high turnover. So they will be located in central locations where the floating population is very high, as a result of which they will be having an influx of people every day. Then let us have a look at the advantages. So in this, first one is one roof, low cost. So in the supermarket, we can see that all the household items, whatever we may need, all this will be finding it them in this supermarket. So we will be also paying less for them. Why? Because they will be bulk purchase, and as a result of which we will be getting the goods at a cheaper price. So it may be anything relating to grocery items, the toiletries, the textiles or utensils, or any other consumer durables. Everything is offered under one roof and lower cost. Then next one is it is centrally located. So usually this in the centrally located areas where the population is more, people tend to visit those areas often. Suppose you go to the bus station, then it will be convenient for you to just visit the supermarket and make the shopping for the house. So it is convenient for everybody. So that is why most of the business units, they have their units located in the central of the particular city, so that the floating population, when they visit the central, they will be visiting these supermarkets. Then next one is wide selection. Usually in this supermarkets, we have a wide range of products. So whatever the products it may be, whether it is the fresh vegetables and fruits, or whether it is the canned fruits or vegetables, whatever it is, there will be a wide brand of selection for the customers. Then next one is no bad debts. So in this kind of supermarkets, we see that almost all the transactions on a cash basis, and hence there is no opportunity for bad debts. Then next is benefits of being large. So in this kind of supermarkets, we find that there is central procurement of goods, bulk purchases, as a result of which we have economies of large scale operation. Now let us have a look at the limitations. Now first one is no credit. Now in case of the supermarkets, they do not give any credit facilities to its customers. So those customers who want credit, those customers we cannot attract them to these supermarkets. Then there is no personal attention. Usually in these supermarkets, there are no regular customers at all. So there will be all sorts of people who will be visiting the supermarket, and as such the supermarket owner cannot give personal attention to all the customers. Then next one is mishandling of goods. So the customers, they are allowed to just handle the goods, and sometimes because of mishandling of the goods, there may be chances of breaking or spoilage of goods which are kept in the shop. So that is one limitation which has to be borne by the owner. Then next one is high overhead expenses. So why there is high overhead expenses? Firstly, because of the location, the rent of these shops will be very high, and then they have to stock all kinds of goods, all varieties of goods and all brands of goods. Otherwise customers will not be attracted. So this will be a burden to the management. Then next one is huge capital requirement. Now these kind of supermarkets, they need huge capital requirement. Why? Because of the central location, which will be very costly, and then they will have to have all kinds of goods So all varieties of goods, because if there is a limited choice, they cannot attract the customers. So it requires huge capital requirement, which is a limitation for this kind of a supermarket. Now, the next kind of retail shops are vending machines. Now, what do we mean by vending machines? Vending machines are the newest revolution in marketing methods. Coin-operated vending machines are proving useful in several products such as hot beverages, platform tickets, milk, soft drink, chocolates, newspapers, etc. So, in this vending machine, we see that most of these vending machines are coin operated. So, when we just insert the coin, we can get the hot beverages. It may be like coffee or tea, or you can also have a milk vending booth where you just insert the coin and you can get milk. And then the platform tickets in case of a railway station. Then we can also have this vending machines for soft drinks, for chocolates, for newspapers, etc. Then the vending machines can be used for selling pre-packed bands, low price products which have high turnover, which are uniform in size and weight. So in this vending machine, we will be having only one certain products only. So those which are pre-packed brands. So low priced it should be, and then these products should have high turnover and they should be uniform in size and weight. Then next one, however, the initial cost of installing a vending machine and the expenditure on regular maintenance and repair is quite high. So in case of vending machines, even though you do not hire a salesman to sell the goods, the cost of installing a vending machine is very, very high, and then it has to have regular maintenance and repair services also very quite high. Then next, here in this vending machine, consumers cannot feel or see the product before buying and do not have the opportunity of returning unwanted goods. Apart from that, special packs have to be developed for the machines. These machines have to be made reliable in their operations. Now, one of the drawback of this vending machine is the customer cannot see the product. He can just see the product, but he cannot feel the product, and they do not have any opportunity of returning. Suppose he does not need the product, he cannot return the product. So, apart from that, they have to have a special pack for these vending machines, and the machines have to be made reliable in their operation. Suppose something goes wrong in the machine, so nobody will know how to operate it and the sales will come to a standstill as such. So we should see that the vending machine, somebody is there to monitor the vending machines. Then vending machines have a promising future in retail sales of high turnover and low priced consumer products. So these vending machines are useful for those products which have high sales and those which are low priced consumer products. Then next, let us have a look into what is the GST. So nowadays we often hear of the goods and service tax which has been introduced in India. Now let us have a brief overview of what is the GST. So GST, as the name itself suggests, it is the goods and services tax. So let us have a look at this slide. The government of India, following the credo of one nation, one tax, and wanting a unified market in order to ensure the smooth flow of goods across the country, implemented the goods and services tax from 1st July 2017. So in order to have uniformity in this tax system, the government of India, with the motto of one nation, one tax, it introduced the GST system of tax on 1st July 2017. So, wanting a uniform market in order to ensure the smooth flow of goods across the country. So from the place of manufacture where the goods are manufactured, ultimate consumer, the goods have to travel through different states, and each state will have its own system of taxation. So in order to avoid all these hassles, the government of India introduced the GST on 1st July 2017. Now let us have a look at what is GST, Goods and Services Tax. Goods and Services Tax is charged at each stage of value addition, and the supplier offsets the levy on inputs in the previous stages of the value chain through the tax credit mechanism. So CGST or the SGST both are comprised of the GST. So CGST means the Central Goods and Services Tax. SGST is the State Goods and Services Tax. Now, it is charged at each stage of value addition, that is at each stage wherever the goods are converted into a finished product or value is added to the product. So the tax will be added, and this will be offset by the supplier. So whatever tax he would have paid, he will get the tax credit for that particular value addition. So the supplier offsets the levy of the inputs in the previous stages of the value chain through the tax credit mechanism. So because of the tax credit mechanism, the supplier will be offsetting whatever the tax has been already paid in the previous stages of that particular product. The last dealer in the supply chain passes on the added GST to the consumer. So the last dealer, whoever is in that particular chain of supply, so he will pass on the added GST to the consumer, making GST a destination based consumption tax. So it is also called as the destination based consumption tax, and it will be the ultimate consumer who will have to pay the GST. Then next, let us have a look into the key features of GST. The territorial spread of GST is the whole country, including Jammu and Kashmir. Now this GST has been introduced all over India, including Jammu and Kashmir. Then it is applicable on supply of goods and services as against the present concept of the manufacture or sale of goods or on the provision of services. Now, whenever there is a sale, we have the sales tax. But then in case of GST, it is applicable on the supply of goods or services. So wherever there is a supply of goods and services, this GST is applicable. Whereas in the previous we had this VAT or the sales tax, whatever. So it was always on the sale of the product, but here the focus is on the supply of the product. Then there are 4 tax slabs, namely 5%, 12%, 18% and 28% for all goods or services. Exports and supplies to SEZ are 0 rated. Now, one of the key features of GST are there are different slabs for different commodities. Now, for those products which are in daily use, for them it is 5%, 12% and 18% and 28%. For different kinds of goods, they have different percentage of GST. And export and supplies to SEZ. So, what are SEZs? The special economic zones. So for them, there is no GST. Then next, the move also aims to make life easier for the producers, manufacturers, investors and the consumers. So the main advantage of GST is it will make everybody happy. Why? Because we don't have the cascading effect of taxation in this GST. So hope you have all understood this session on chapter 10, session 5. Thank you.